that kind of play Spectre here.
Yeah,
you know, you were calling for it.
It's like Amber Spectre, please.
Give me one of those two. And yeah, looks good, but a lot of cooldowns on their side.
Already down to half HP and even lower, it's gonna die! First blood's gonna come straight out for the liquid, and Arm's the one to get in! What a return to the pro scene for him!
You could not ask for a better start. I mean, they just got him first blood, he's using courier already, bringing some tangos for himself, not gonna go for anything greedy this time around.
Yeah, just got an extra bit of regen. I mean, once you got Circlet, Magic Stick quelling, get a bit more of that regen as well. And Liquid set themselves up after that. Double team, basically 5-man smoke from both sides, collapsing into the river, but Liquid getting an upper hand. Early days. And I have a very flexible draft all the way through as well, right? We were thinking you were calling for the Wyvern mid, we weren't sure where any of these heroes were going. And in the end, it does end up being that Wyvern in the mid lane. Bit of a scrap down the bottom room. Insania charging forward and coming back in towards Moon Reactor. Oh, they're going to get the body blocks from Bryle. Beautifully done.
That was such a nice play from Insane going in. Dawnbreaker, level 1, level 2, like level 3. This hero deals insane amount of damage. You have a stun, like coming out from position 5, and your carry's off to a really good start. And look what Anna's building. He's like, I didn't check what the new builds are. I'm gonna go do my own style. I'm gonna get that blade mail. I mean,
build Anna up here, first game of the tournament, because they seem like a very reactive team. Not necessarily wanting to go out. You know, their lack of stuns is maybe an indication of that as well. They're not a ganking squad, right? They are reacting to what TSM will be bringing to the table, rather than making their own moves.
Absolutely, they don't have that like classic initiator. It's difficult to also curse into, like they don't have that setup, like curse into dispose, curse into Dawnbreaker doesn't seem as strong. I'm looking mostly at the mid lane, how this is gonna go. Tiny, super strong mid lane. Riyadh has been on point with his gameplay. I'd say even in the last year and a half, every single game he plays, he just keeps getting better and better. A bit of a turnaround potential there with the stick.
Zai taking a beating up top as well. Terrorblade, of course, does pack a punch. And Timado will be looking for a bit of vengeance after losing his life with that first blood. Currently sitting at 5 CS. TSM so far doing very well with 4 of their cores top of the board. Just the point about Bryle, seen this a lot, you know, from them when they were Undying, now with TSM. They love these little sniper picks where, you know, Bryle had an amazing hero board, but they love taking heroes away from opponents. I get him! Down he goes! Zai! Oh, he's gonna lose his life. No, he's not! Boxing just disposes the Terrorblade back, and Zai hiding in the tree is gonna be perfectly fine, unless Timado can get a couple of hits and he went back to die!
If he can get a return kill, that's gonna be pretty big.
Rebound? What's he got left? He's got a bit of mana regen with a mango and a stick, but he doesn't want to keep going for it. Metamorphosis is too much to handle.
Setting up 10 armor on Terrorblade, those right clicks early on, especially from a hero like Marci, is not going to do the trick.
Now Sableye. Yeah, Anna and Insane is battering into this Night Stalker, but he's pretty tanky, right? Lots of armor, so after the magic damage is dealt, he's able to withstand most of that damage coming from Liquid. But yeah, they love picking Bryle, these heroes, to steal a hero away from their opponent mid laner. Like they did it, like TI with Storm Spirit, they would steal it away from Fnatic. Now Tiny, of course, we were really excited to see a Nikkei Tiny because he's been popping off recently with that. And giving it to Bryle, of course, going to be a great play there for TSM. Zai contesting. Beats away the Terrorblade.
There's always going to be a kill threat on this DB, especially if they keep him at like 70% HP. With the, I mean, minus armor is okay. I mean, you still play into Terrorblade, but there's a decent amount of magical damage that can't come out.
Especially as the game develops, and we get that Witchblade on the Wyvern as well. Some good ways to deal with the TB. They're still going to be reliant on those big ultis. Sableye getting battered now by Insania. Great. Just aggressive move forward onto that NS. It seems like Liquid here, in this laning stage, they really are just bullying TSM, spamming out their spells, winning out these regen trades. Got a lot of tanky heroes. You don't want to be loading into a Dawnbreaker, Tidehunter, Spectre, naturally tanky and able to withstand a lot of that early pressure.
And they're playing very aggressively on the lanes, and now seeing a bottom trying to pull the lane back. Dawnbreaker as support does consume a lot of mana. He's buying a stick, just like he's gonna go back to base, trying to keep up with the courier. Courier is too speedy.
Should be able to mount the courier, jump on his back, speed home. Give us a mounted Dota 2 as Mick getting tossed around. Will fly over a little cliff there. Still had stick and fairy fire, so very unlikely he was going to drop.
Insane might need to TP mid and refill his bottle because Ana on the bottom's full HP, so they're playing around. They're trying to shut him down, and this is not that big of a matchup for Viper where you don't have enough right-click damage to be able to. Oh, shut up. Let's
back on the TV. He's doing a lot of damage into Boxy and over-aggression now from Liquid. Metamorph just came back up, so Terrorblade's able to fight back.
It's a bit of a difficult matchup for Viper. You can't match Tiny's farm. Yes. Tiny just has much more damage compared to you. Bottom.
Good silence. Saberlight stops the Starbreaker from coming out in the first place. And I guess Wyvern not very good at clearing small camp either, is she? Very much focused on the lane itself.
It's a lot of mana because you use 135 mana just on level 3 to be able to clear the small camp, and the first one doesn't even get hit, so you still need to do right clicks and you just don't have enough damage. Pretty much, yeah. You need to stay in the lane and get the XP. Now on TSM and FTX, they will start to put a bit more pressure.
It's nighttime!
It is nighttime.
We just appear.
I mean, do they want this to be nighttime or daytime? They have a guy called Saber Light, and they also have Keeper Light.
Well, yeah, there's also the ban on Luna, right? They don't want that double nighttime, but Boxy is rotated down to bottom, looking to make some action. And find a pick on to Moon Meander. It's nice to see from Boxy. He's been a real great player transitioning into this position for, honestly. His Dawnbreaker, his Marci have been spot on. Very good at rotating into these lanes to offer the kill threat. And alleviate some of that pressure from some of his core players as well.
Timado is using that info because Boxy showed bottom, and now he's getting levels, being level 6 on the Terrorblade because he got that one kill alone. It's pretty good. Just getting the levels on Terrorblade because he will probably pressure out of the lane and then go with the levels into the jungle. On the bottom lane, they're trying to keep up with the pressure that Team Liquid is doing. That's like level 4, a bit under level.
Yeah, it's been rough. His Kotl hasn't really given him that safeguard. Moonmeander just keeps getting jumped. Straight back in onto the Kotl. You're not speedy enough to slip away from Liquid, who are now making up a tri-lane down bottom. What's that lane like if TV's left alone, if Bane wants to try and transition out of the top lane? Will Tide start edging out, the TV coming out on top?
And they were levels on Tidehunter. He was also a bit unleveled. Now he's keeping it at 35 CS. Same CS as Viper from the mid lane. I also want to see what happens when Bryle starts to make rotations. He also found a really good item. Thunderstoy on Tiny gives you mana, gives you ability to close the gap. But one of the better, if not the best, tier 1 item in my opinion.
Yeah, get straight on top of some of these heroes and bring them down with your combo. Saberlight now backed up by Dubu, so they do move that Bane down towards the bottom lane. And it looks like Kotl's sitting in behind mid as well, so TSM kind of setting up this defensive bunker around some of these core heroes in the bot lane. It looks like Tiny wants to get a little more active though, as they smoke down towards bot. Liquid, they don't see Ryle, he's hiding and waiting. Nightmare comes out, and Zane can have it transferred across to the Marci. Getting blown up though. TSM bring the full force and the 4 men into this bottom jungle and chasing him towards Insania.
Nice time by Saberlight to be able to silence him and kind of get another one. Dubu gets the double kill. I mean, it's good for Dubu, but you would want to give it to either Tiny or you want to give it to Night Stalker.
Money for boots now.
Okay. All abilities pretty much for Team Liquid are available. All 3 big ultis. We're talking about Viper, who does have haste in the model, and also Tidehunter getting solo levels. Tidehunter going to be very difficult to pressure out of the lane. And if you look at what the Zai decided to go for, it's 4-point fracture. Like this guy, wow. It's super defensive.
It's incredibly tanky. And onto Timado they go. He does have some to level. Gonna ravage him though, and he can't get it off. Down goes the Terrorblade. Maybe should have left the lane a little bit earlier, but it died on the tier 1 onto Riyadh now. I'm going to come in with a horn and a slight. Riyadh down and out on this tier 1 tower, not on for this world.
This is how our team was playing, being able to fight every 2-3 minutes, especially on like Spectre level 1 ulti. It's literally 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be very, like it's all probably the longest cooldown in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Is there Black Hole? Black Hole?
And it's definitely one of, right? It's like top 3 longest. It was cool. I mean, Raytheon's ulti is super long as well.
Yeah, that's 200. And now in the bottom lane,
yeah, nice stalker, Dark Ascension. But like you said, Zai has these crack and sharp points, all skilled up, so they'll turn and face into Mika instead, getting the mid laner a much juicier kill. Don't think
Nade's coming in. I don't think he can kill this Tidehunter. He doesn't have any magic resistance. Let's see.
They know he's got no ravage.
Full combo.
We'll go into the back line instead. On Insania, Avalanche stun, Sable and Brawl making the absolute perfect read there, knowing, understanding what you said, can't go on the tide, find a support or other. There's a lot of room for Anna though, who went up top, got involved with some kills, got the tower, and now gets that free farm all along that lane. But how important are these moves for TSM? Because you're looking at these drafts and thinking about how this game's going, it feels incredibly important for them to pick up the tempo.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, TSM, they are making the moves. They are 1k gold ahead. They did lose it down, but they got something in return. I think TSM has a pretty good understanding, like when they need to mirror the movement of the enemy team, and just when they need to decide to fight and prepare. Also, this is something that has been relatively popular lately. We're talking about the Night Stalker item build, not going for Shard anymore, but instead going for the Aghanim Scepter build to be able to have AoE Void, which is pretty good, and also most importantly, yeah, it's just an ability to stay on top of the network with the Night Stalker.
Alright, keep on scaling. Whenever you've got a hero with a passive like Hunter in the Night, something like that, where you are a right-click physical damage dealer that can build them into one, having some kind of farming tool always feels incredibly good. It looks like it's Liquid's turn to go for a smoke play.
One thing we didn't mention is Keeper of the Light using Chakra Magic on Terrorblade, where he's able to lower the cooldown on his real ult. We're talking about the meta here.
Give him way better uptime on it.
Radiant
TSM, a long move up towards top. They see Anna.
is under attack.
Hold on cooldown for 15 seconds. Liquid, they know something's not quite right here, and Zai's TV top will reveal that smoke move and give out the safety he required. Still potential for them to move forward, take control of this top jungle again, but they are under dire vision. Well placed by Dubu to keep tabs on them as Bryle chucks the combo onto them, the grip there as well. Ravage from Zai, and the Horde comes in. They're focusing down the Bane. They'll get the pick up there. Bryle stuck. Dawnbreaker landed. Good damage onto them with the Keep of the Light blast, but it's not enough. They can't turn that fight. Not without their TB, who is nowhere to be seen.
Every single time their ulti is they are available, they will definitely go for these pickoffs. And this was also a fight without Vibrant ulti. They grouped up pretty good Ravage from side to be able to hit all 4 of them actually. And the global presence coming up from Spectre, revealing where they are. And then the turret protection from Dawnbreaker is really nuts. That's like TSM doesn't have that much burst potential. For Tiny shut down, if he uses his combo, like damage output from their heroes is pretty limited. Unless they're sitting inside the blast, the Night Stalker goes in. Because Terrorblade right now, he's a completely different hero than Spectre. Like, he wants to be able to farm his items, while Spectre will always join whenever the hunt is available. She's gonna be looking quite soon.
Yeah, he's looking for that critical mass, perfect on timing. When the Manta's done, he can be that. Almost burst damage, physical right-click attacks coming in, and the long drawn-out fights, and there is that replay back. Beautiful Ravage from Zai, and that Starbreaker connecting. Unfortunately, Sableye couldn't quite get there with the silence. But you're right, when Liquid are there with numbers, they are all together grouped up.
It's easy math here. 4 heroes / 5 heroes are much stronger than 3 heroes.
So they are low.
It depends which 3 heroes we're talking about, but usually it is like that.
That's a good generalization. Dubu trying his best here to drag out his inevitable death. Tiny arriving, doesn't get a pick with his combo, and now going to put himself in harm's way. Marci looking to unleash a bit of damage on
the
him.
Chakra Magic. They're going to respect another tiny combo. He's looking for it. He might first die.
It's so scary, isn't it? This Chakra onto TB, Chakra onto Tiny, the continual damage output that they can offer. They don't have vision high ground, but they're still making the move up here. Straight onto Boxy.
I think they're going to go in and kill him. Oh, cursed off.
And they're stabilized. Anna, helped by Nick. But they did have vision in that bottom jungle from TSM. That's how they made the jump in onto the Marci. So I stand corrected there as they toss the plate now. Zai gonna have the Solar Guardian arriving, so he's safe and sound. Still that threat though. Nothing's easy for Liquid. They are perpetually being offered these engagements from TSM.
Is under attack.
Still, Timado on top of the net worth, he knows that he needs to farm up. The rest of the team will need to play 4 versus 5. People will be allowing Tiny to use his combo earlier than expected. But looking at the item build, Anna change things around a little bit, going for Agatha as his next item after finishing Blade Well. So that will give them like another opportunity to jump the backline, find this Keeper of the Light, and just play the map more aggressive.
And keep that ball rolling. They've got that raid pack from the Tidehunter, as you see. So in his team fights, they've got the big ultis landing on the TSM. That raid pack going to mitigate a lot of damage, which could turn things around, and then move straight on to Bryle now. Easy hold forward, connect into this. When we're watching the replay, there's a bit of deja vu there. Same part of the map.
Same spot, and then Anna gets killed. I mean, he can get killed, but he is going back to farming.
Back we go. Finish off that axe.
Also, this build on Night Stalker, he did go for the shard first to be able to sustain himself in there a lot more.
He's alright. That's going to turn the Sable Light, curse him up. And Boxy arriving with the Unleashed Exposed down as the Night Stalker. Say goodnight. Nightmare the Zai tie, but I don't think he's too bothered about that. One of the biggest things here, honestly, for me, looking at the net worth chart, right? You've got, yes, Terrorblade up at the top. Here's your single carry on TSM, but this Tricore of Liquid are farming incredibly well.
Yeah, they're looking really good. We also didn't talk about Vibrance items. You mentioned the Witchblade that the mid Vibrant 2 go for, so that's their extra burst damage, like overtime damage as well. It's a super good item. Now having Boots of Travel as well as a second item on Vibrant will allow him to be even more active on the map, and it's always been like that, Gary. You know, playing against a global presence is very difficult.
There's so many moving parts you've got to consider. It's so difficult to play as a TB and farm safely and efficiently at the same time. Timado has done a great job avoiding a lot of these team fights. Of course, the team is setting up that space for him to beat that big one-hit carry in this kind of game. He's been hiding away, safe and sound. Boxy attempts to jump on Bryle, but now the trouble sword.
It's good. Looking at the quick buy, it seems like everyone wants to get Aghanim Scepter.
Oh yeah.
Even Dubu on Bane wants to get it. Has 600 gold. It's gonna take like another 25-30 minutes until he can get it. They might be a bit more careful. They're thinking about jumping in, and yeah, they're gonna close the gap.
Yeah, they've got the guns there from Zai arrives.
Radiant's middle tower.
I'm the tier 2 tower, they don't have time to
He's like, yeah, I can't reach it, but at least I can do something. So use the Trusty Shovel, things up a mango.
I need to press buttons, gotta cast my spells. I knew that tier 1 mid lane was definitely going to be under pressure if they continued diving too far.
Radiant's bottom
Already have
tower
potential
is
as well.
under attack.
They're waiting for Scotty on Timado, and then he's going to be able to join each fight. Right now, he's been AFK pretty much farming, and it's going to be available in 400 gold.
That's what makes the matchup against Spectre much easier, right? He's delaying the anti-ass as Dubu dies up in that top jungle. But TB kind of, maybe not skipping, but delaying the match at least now. Getting that Scardy a little bit earlier allows him to fight and battle back against Team Liquid.
Zai, after finishing his Raid Pact, which is going to reduce a lot of damage coming from Tiny, Keeper of the Light last, overall, they don't have that hero that's going to come in and kill the raid pack other than Night Stalker. And I'm not sure if he wants to be that guy because he doesn't have a BKB. He's the only one with the attack speed that can actually bring it down. Both of the supports are not going to do it, Tiny doesn't have it, and Terrorblade is not going to waste his hit for it.
Yeah, but Bane wants to be standing there gripping someone. Console wants to be eliminating.
I like design going back to it because he understands that most damage is going to be magical, and he also sees Night Stalker not going for the physical damage and then going to the back of the Scepter.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And it's not really his job to deal with the TV. He's got Kraken shoulders which can help and to get some of that damage. It's going to be down to the Wyvern.
Yeah, he wants to be that big body in front that they can just be very annoying. Also, he's not up. Same
again.
One more time, chase.
And again, tearing off kill off the Night Stalker. Every time I see him on my side of the map, he's being hunted down. And a good indication there is things come out of Liquid and saying, you know, he's got some de-warding to do in that bottom jungle now. It's one of those games though, that doesn't feel like either team has a great way to speedily take Roshan down. They want to take a team fight first before they go to the pit, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Terrorblade can do it when Spectre gets at a man style, they do have more damage. You would think about getting the grip on Spectre, but Ana having a really nice read what's going on.
He's so good at that. He's never one of those players that pushes that one extra wave, that one extra creep. He always knows his limits. Superb at towing the line.
So far, perfect game from Ana. 1-0 and 8. He knows positioning is the key, and also choosing when to fight with Spectre. And so far, he's really on point. The Aghanim Scepter is done. So now having Shadow Step 40-second cooldown ability. Like he wants to be able to join anything that happens on the map, and will jump.
That's down Spectre, right? We've not seen his ability to buy that yet. He's not died. I think he's going to come out a little bit later on. A good old step to buyback hold.
Turnaround potential from Team Liquid is pretty nuts, especially if we talk about the buybacks, taking the Roshan, Dubu. No backup.
Jumps in there with the Shadow Step.
Radiant's bottom
Rest of
tower
Liquid. Ana just stays up top of the team and move across to the illusion. Defending these all spots with his life, making sure there's no real way for TSM to gain any traction on the map.
TSM did not get the kill in like 10 minutes pretty much. But they're still ahead. It feels like they're not going to go with the Scotty timing on Terrorblade. Instead, they're going to wait until BKB is done because we'll disassemble Dragonlance and then still, it's going to be a good timing. Like he just farmed the full BKB in 2 minutes.
Hey, we saw the Scotty timing. I think it was 4 minutes 40 ahead of average. That's of course down to skipping out the man start for now. There it is. There it is.
Average timing. And also Aghanim Scepter on Night Stalker. And it's coming out in 100 gold, so he will be good to go.
At this point in the game, as Liquid, do you want to be waiting for TSM to make the move, or do you, as Liquid, want to be going and casting your ultis?
They don't have that much tower damage. There's some coming up from the raid pack on heroes when they group up, but I feel like they feel much more confident if TSM is the one who's initiating them. And we're talking about the item synchronization. Aghanim Scepter on Night Stalker done, BKB on TV done. I want to see them make it.
Another 4 minutes faster than this patch average.
Speed
to harder.
Look at the difference.
There we go.
3,000 gold more than Spectre.
He's already re-ripped as well. Dawnbreaker can't even save it. Live and dead. And now Dawnbreaker being slapped around on the Timado TV. A couple of quick kills there for TSM. And we thought Liquid maybe would be a bit more comfortable waiting for that aggression initiation, but you've got to be together. If you spread out, getting picked one by one.
Ooh, now so long. Just done off. Tiny being able to connect with team, and now inside of it they go. 25 seconds without the Wyvern. Vika does not have a buyback.
Yeah, team fight victory into Roshan. That's what TSM were absolutely dreaming about. Liquid will still be ready to go and give it a good shot though. They'll have a smoke, they'll have all their ultis ready outside of Solar Guardian. So still able to take a 5v5 even into Aegis. Which I feel like over the past year has become more and more common. A team understanding this Aegis is going to be used to farm, pressure towers, and being able to fight into it. I think the team is really much better.
Felt too worried about Team Liquid going inside of it, and
It's a smoke dunk. They do have Ravage available. They do have Winter's Curse also pulling that Revival, plus a haste in the bottle, so Mika should be able to position himself well for a really good curse.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's going to send Lou to high ground.
Radiant's
Looks
middle
like
tower
he's read the situation pretty well. Got to be careful with the trajectory he takes, and he will be able to just sit and dance away from liquid initiation.
is under attack.
Boxy unleashes, but there's no target nearby.
Structures are fortified.
So that will come to a close. And a lot of scribbling on the map there. Mid and top lane signaled by TSM to get the shove on. So ain't no liquid without bomb. This is the liquid MO. They want to be together outside all these big wombo combos. So you see one liquid, there's going to be a lot there.
Tower is under attack.
Also, TSM, they are holding hands together right now. They're just going together, replenishing the meta on Terrorblade with Chakra Magic. And Ana might be in trouble.
Scanning.
Let's see.
Nightstalker ulti is not available for 15 seconds.
Liquid starting to arrive, filter through into this top lane.
Radiant's
Let it
top
fall
tower
slow
is
things
under
down
attack.
from TSM side. I'll still be able to get that tier 1 town point easily though. Feels like Liquid not making any rash decisions, they're just very calmly sitting in this dark triangle. They've got vision there, so they're playing around the walls that they've already got up. And they know that Ana can potentially join in a fight that kicks off on with a Haunt.
He's very close to Manta style, so there's going to be a bit more damage, more confusion. He actually has enough money to buy, but he has
Radiant's
2
top
Manta
tower
style
is under
queued up.
attack.
Probably going to go for only 1 for Spectre.
2 Manta Ana? That's ridiculous! Can't get away with that. Very calm here. That's kind of what we're expecting. You know, going into the late game, you've got Spectre, you've got these big team fight LTs. There's no real rush for Liquid to go out and force team fights or to try and break out of the rhythm that the game's currently in. You are somewhat happy with where the game state is, understanding that TP is going to be the be-all and end-all of the damage from TSM.
Pretty much, because Brian did got shut down. I think he's in the middle of the back. Nightstalker has more farm than Terrorblade does. They may just be opening.
And Assault on the side. And they turn it back on the side. TB, wrong trade out. They curse the TB during BKB. Assault. They're going to break out of it and focus into Ana now. Another combo win. And a Brawl finding Ana Spectre. Liquid being broken. Clear for the flash. Unstable, but it's hard to get up. It's just time back line. Looking for the support. Trying to stand his ground, but he can't fight back. And a 5-man light comes through.
That's a beautiful team fight from TSM FTX. I mean, we were expecting a big curve, but it only lands on Terrorblade, who doesn't have BKB on, and no one is around. They understand that they need to position themselves further away and not give them like any openings to come back into the game.
Now, fight round time.
I'll be honest, like this is not a fight that's gonna like end the game, but it's very close. It's not looking good for the game. Like the only thing they use absolutely.
Has fallen.
And the AoE starts is from the nice little honestly fight the game defining. The fact that he stops the rounds coming out early, he stops the support from getting spells off. Practice on the outside against it.
And also Lumian realizing that he needs to be able to replenish Nightstalker, just giving him this silence that like Tidehunter was not able to get rid of it immediately, then he walked away, but that's a good way to deal with it. Ana uses Manta style, and then Soul Line comes in. Like this is one of the best abilities in the game, and then you get Scotty on top of that, and the whole tiny combo.
Yeah, giving Ace the Brawl is such a smart idea, right? You know the TV is super fast, he's not really at risk of dying.
They cannot burst it from 100 to 0, there is no way.
So Brawl coming back up with another combo to just keep that fight going and having these long extended team fights. You can withstand the initial team fight ultis out of Liquid.
And now it gets more difficult. Like we talked about the Terrorblade against Spectre matchup, how it was always like a TB favorite, and now with the addition of Terrorblade can actually build a silver. Like it's a good item because things change.
Okay, blinking away from Brawl.
And now you have, sorry Gary, now you have break ability against both Spectre and Tidehunter.
True.
So Spectre's definitely not gonna feel as good. Brawl will pick it up.
Here we go. Brawl and save light straight onto the Tide. Zai just disappeared. They'll throw the Spectral Dagger down towards them, Boxy on the run. But Sablelight's keeping tabs on this Marci. They're tossing Timado forward. I see if we can get a Scarly slow in. And rebounds a pretty damn good spell, jumping into the tree line.
He wants the big one.
They're looking for Spectre and they found her. Anna thought it was safe, hiding in these trees, trying to go into the home play. But he's stop. Mandastar's there. It's a tanky Spectre, sure, but Timado laying it onto the Spec, and down we go. Unstoppable Terrorblade. Perfect game from Timado.
Same silences happen on point. Like he's waiting until something happens. Like we talk about, like not allowing Tidehunter to use his abilities, stopping the Dawnbreakers, and now even on top of the Spectre, he managed to get the ulti off in the end. But they all grouped around the top lane, so he had nowhere to go.
Absolutely worthy of a first phase pick. That same one I stalker. Now, Liquid, we were talking about how potentially comfortable they're feeling with the
Look at
game.
that chat camera.
I don't know, he's gonna zoom in more. He's gonna press the button, zoom in on his face.
He's quite a character.
I mean, if there's anyone who I would call a cheeky devil in Dota 2, it is Sablelight's.
Oh, most definitely. And you would call him that.
Yeah, he's a funny lad.
Something you say.
But yeah, I thought Liquid would be reasonably comfortable 20-25 minutes in, but TSM was quite incredibly strong around the TV timing of the items he's picked up. And Sablelight's again with his silence, stopping the aggression from Liquid. Mindstore dies from a backup of Dumu, Silence been caught.
Not even close.
But they can't kill it.
And 109 shard.
They'll try and aim for the base instead. Spectre comes in and Dumu falls. TSM perfectly happy with that. It's Saberlight out without a scratch. Yeah, Boxy. Attempting to jump moving out, but that's never going to work. Speedy old grandpa and it's all too fast for you.
This is a big item that's coming out for Mistania right now. Having the Aghanim Scepter on Dawnbreaker, 60% miss chance, is going to be pretty big if they can get it off, but we'll see.
Even Lumion, like he's massive, we don't talk much about it, but having his Force Staff, having Spirit Vessel, a lot of heals, and also
12,000, that's 12,000!
It is. It reminds me of Lumion versus Mirana. Anything with the moon.
Moon, like, slashy little things.
Pretty much, like he plays it really well.
He's incredibly good. There we go, momentum again. 16k ahead.
triple BKB on side of TSM FTX against the Tidehunter, against Wyvern. I don't think there's enough damage. Like Team Liquid will need to have buyback. We just mentioned this in Mistania invested all of his gold, which he should definitely. But Tidehunter is very close to Aghanim Scepter, so a lot of that gold is unused. We talk about like 16,000 net worth, and there's a courier flying, trying to get the full Aghanim Scepter on Tide. But she doesn't have enough gold.
I flew over to let's go. Liquid. Now coming out of their
Radiant's
base.
bottom tower is under
We're going to
attack.
start fighting. If this is going to stabilize, they get the blink damage onto the backline support. Line up to Movie, that's a good start. Stabilize trying to swing back, but now he's a little afraid with no backup. BKB wearing out, and quick little retreat there. Hide of the tree lines. He's actually battling there. The Golden Guardian required to fight back. The Royal Riders looking to blow up Big Gang. Cole fights back as well. Liquid yet to lose anyone, but Royal Timado still doesn't come back in. Nice Stalker floating dead after a long ass time running around that battle, and Timado
Versus pretty much.
Guys, here's his BKB already, so Liquid might have a chance here to break back up the high ground, find the Terrorblade, but he's found himself a spot in the ancient camp, and with his illusion, to find the Boxy Marci. Another buyback comes out, Anna's in as well. Winside's help, they want moving out of it, Willow Wisp will slow them down. Brawl dead to Insania at long last. And Moon gonna heal himself on the retreat. Dumu, I don't think he can save his body there. Moon dead for a minute and a half. Dumu Timado on the run now, and Liquid. A sniff of a comeback. Dumu disposed back into the game.
And inside Roche Pit they go. It's Aegis plus a shard, so that's gonna be pretty big. Like
Radiant's middle tower is
I
under
don't know,
attack.
they were a bit disconnected on side of TSM FTX. Night Stalker went in, tanked a lot of damage, got a lot of time, went into the ancient camp, used Hunter in the night to be able to get some HP back, but it wasn't enough. So he comes back in one more time. I'm not not sure where Tiny was. Was he controlled on the right side?
Yeah, I didn't see it. It was like all eyes on Saberlight, right? He's the
Because
one
he
who
was taking all the damage in that fight.
He was like 1v4ing, going wild, then Brian came in, Timado came in a little bit later on. But if that had all been synchronized together with that team cohesion we expect from them, it would have been beautiful from TSM, but
Yes.
that's a great showing by Liquid still.
Perhaps looking pretty wild.
What's it doing? Going up and down everywhere?
Oh yeah, it's going back up. It's like crypto, pretty much. Ana, look at that. He stole Shard from Moon Meander. He has a Moon Shard right now on Spectre.
I guess he wants to have like extra vision as well during against the Night Stalker, and like having that insane attack speed with Desolate, you can delete people.
Desolate illusions. Got to slow him down. And Liquid, 35 minutes in, is starting to get into Spectre territory. AJ's in hand, of course. He makes a Moonshard. Magnum Shard with that increased or improved dagger smash. Nice to hit into buildings. And pretty damn good against TV as well.
Pretty good. I'm not sure if he can allow to get close to the TV.
On the Dawnbreaker, is that it? Oh, they get the catch off the Tide as well. Drag back into the Will-O-Wisp. Zari stuck here. No way of escaping. They do have buyback on the Tide, but Liquid have always got to come back and maintain that middle lane over and over again.
No need to use it right now. I think the team Liquid got what they wanted from the previous fight to show that they can still like play this game. Look very one-sided. Like TSM FTX decided to go inside the base, get the mid barracks. Yeah, second Sean. Still, this Terrorblade is huge. He's massive. He does have a full Bloodthorn on top of that.
Look at that, two of them come bottom. Like, yeah, that's a bit of a poke at Ana. You can't touch this Spectre right now. I'm going to go with a Shadow Step. Where are we headed? Just giving vision. Step out Dubu, no longer giving vision. He's going aggressive, forcing reaction out of Saberlight and very quickly jumping away. Ana toying with them now. TSM are all grouped up together though around that bottom jungle spot. Under radiant vision, but yeah, not for long. Dubu's there to clear it out.
Also a very interesting talent choice from Saberlight. I guess he wants to perma-silence people with chakra magic, because usually people do go for 20 strength, because it's a lot of damage, it's a lot of just like tankiness. Yeah. And because minus 5 seconds brings it down to 10, and the 7 is duration during nighttime, and then he gets refreshed. So, Gary, we're talking about the perma-silence.
At this point, it's still good against the Tidehunter, but you've got the Wyvern BKB now. You're going to have this like Dagger and Marci, so to be playing Fog. See who can utilise it against with that almost permanent silence. Again, still a 14,000 net worth lead for TSM. Looking like they're still somewhat in control of this game, but Liquid ever present with that threat to fight back. And Ana can start playing the more natural Spectre style, right? Ana can play one of these side lanes, push it all the way out, the rest of the team can smoke, and then they connect together with the horns with the Shadow Step.
Especially with this Age still up and running for another minute, they would definitely love to take a fight. Let's see, they know. Team Liquid has a pretty good understanding where the enemy is. And then Zania inside the base. They only need to smoke with 3 heroes, because rest is global.
Invis Tiny got his own Shadow Blade. Probably working on the Soul Bridge himself. TSM just sat around down bottom. No, Liquid are probably lurking somewhere in the shadows.
Model for Terrorblade. We're getting level 25 territory as well. Spectre about to hit it after this wave.
5% extra dispersion, so even more damage still out for the rest of TSM and their teammates. Looks like Dubu going to scout that high ground observer ward with his courier. Illusion sent across. Try and clear out that vision, but make it. Thankfully for Liquid, does kill it off just before the wards will die. Like pressure's coming Liquid's way, but I don't know, in the back of my head I'm just like, teamfight ultis, high ground advantage, defender's advantage with buybacks as well.
Buybacks are going to be crucial for Team Liquid. How are we standing right now? no one besides Ana has buyback on their side, so everyone investing into items.
TSM very casually just sitting here. They don't want to make any rash decisions. They want to play around vision. They want to get the upper hand in these team fights. And they absolutely need to see where this Winter Wyvern is.
Also, Timado decided to go for Boots of Travel. Split push, and also to be able to TP the hero, so he can be anywhere and kind of play what type of game Spectre is playing right now to be able to match it.
The pseudo Spectre. And maybe even solo kill threat. If you spot Ana out on one of these side lanes alone, maybe you team back and with the Silver Bloodthorn offering a lot of damage against the right.
You can lead anyone with that type of a build. You have a break mechanic, and you also have like everyone critting and also a silence leveler as well on him. A lot of attack speed is going to come out from this TB.
Huge.
I think you on Liquid you need to have buybacks to be able to come back into the fight to try to kite to this Terrorblade's BKB. You know that people are gonna die. Like he's gonna kill at least 2 heroes in a team fight.
Yeah, it's almost as if you kind of want some of your heroes to die first, not use their ultis, and then buy back to have your ultis
potentially
afterwards.
Bait a BKB or a big ult.
Yeah, it's like Zai can go in, not Ravage, bait BKBs, die, buy back, and it's like, hey, I've got Ravage now, and you've got no BKBs. There might be a plan there for Liquid. Here we go on Zai.
Ready to force that.
Sania's dead. Zai was nearby. Getting silenced by a Saberlight.
And another one.
A break as well. Oh, they've got the Solar Guardian coming in. Just get us on a Terrorblade now. Zai, Golden Brace will heal him up. Solar Golden Ravage. And now the BKBs are right now for TSM. Timado might be in trouble, but he gets a big stun to back. They do keep Terrorblade, but Timado half health. Terrorblade making a swift escape onto the side and keeping the damage flowing. Insane blowing up. 4 heroes down on the side of Liquid. TSM are just snowballing and steamrolling through Team Liquid.
That was beautiful done. The way they controlled the Tidehunter in that fight, even though he had a Force Staff, another layer of silence coming out, and he could not get the Ravage off. Good decision from Timado to hold that Thunder for a very long time. And buybacks are coming in. That's the first one that they got.
Well, the ball's thrown falls out. We'll buy back on that Spectre.
That's the only one that they got.
No Tide, no Marci, no Dawnbreaker, so no team fight ultis. What can Ana do? Hit creeps, clear away, give them hope for the best. You can look at Rock, looking straight in with Saberlight, tossing the Wyvern back, into the Will-O-Wisp. Down you go, Mickey. Force the buyback out of the Wyvern as well. TSM coming quickly, claiming another lane of barracks and the core kill. And looking in great stead now to just push this one to the end. Finish off the bottom lane. You've kept this Ana Spectre down under your boot. And Timado incredibly strong, 40,000 net worth now. He's doubling up on the Spectre, 40 minutes in.
By Timado, understanding what needs to be done.
1,000 GPM.
Only 1,000?
1,036.
What did he buy? He just bought something. I believe it's a full moon shard. Yes, it is. And he bought the BKB as well.
And then drops it on the floor.
It's like, yeah,
forget it.
BKB. I don't need it.
He's going to bring it back to himself. Eats the moon shard up. Maybe just testing, making sure the BKB was working. Liquid are all alive again. Very close to having all their cooldowns ready, but a nightmare. Saberlight, they've caught him out again. Tidehunter just can't catch a break as Zai getting controlled so beautifully by TSM. Well, he gets the round job for the last second, still alive somehow. Really popping it towards the Tiny, but the Shadow Lake gives him the safety to slip away from danger. Timado's TB opening up on the Spectre. They can't kill off Ana, and Saberlight finally does fall. Liquid, good showing here, but Braun's back in, tossing Mickey into the arms of the Terrorblade. Timado able to stand his ground up on his clip top. No one can make their way up the staircase.
Have a Thunder. He's thinking about it. He needs a big target. He's on Spectre.
If Ana comes nearby, absolutely sundered, that's Dubu down. Ana still charging forward, the Sun from Timado on an illusion. Zai comes in with Anchor Smash damage, and up from Timado dying. Ana with a triple kill.
He got baited. He got baited. Illusion.
Sucking them towards these illusions and battering them back.
I'm a little surprised surprised that Timado decided to buy back because Rest also buy back. Yep, Brawl bought back, but Night Stalker was the first one who died, so he didn't buy back immediately. A little bit of a disconnection there.
So what's that about? I think Roshan could potentially be up, so they really want to secure it. He's 30 seconds away, and we know that. But they could have instant spawn, which is what TSM is thinking about.
On Ravage, but they still don't know. Like this is the only thing that casters know better than players. We know when Roshan's gonna respawn.
Yeah, thanks to the timer. We know everything. And there's a DD in bottom as well. See it, Timado can get his hands on that. Still holding the bottle that was gifted to him.
He didn't have BKB because he gave it a test. He wanted to see if it works, and they're gonna blow up Zion.
Yeah, so buyback is available for him this time. I say they've got one there for Boxy as well.
Problem is only one Barracks is left. One melee Barracks, so it's still not playing against the Mega Creeps, but TSM FTX, they want to get it.
Like, what are these illusions? There's like 6 illusions if I can count.
There are a lot of them.
That's the power of the Keeper of the Light. Reducing the cooldown, not just on meta, but also conjure image, so all the lanes are going to be pushed in. Roshan is up. What do we got? We got pressure.
Who's that going to be for? That's the TV, double BKB, double meta. Here's our replay, watching it back. Just comes in, clears them.
Maybe the blinding light from Keeper of the Light there made the difference. Like maybe you do what the real target is, and then they bounce back and you do the wrong target.
Yeah, I'm sure. Timado definitely getting tricked somehow. Just say, play the mind games on it. Genuine mind tricks.
Dota players would say, you know, it's Keeper of the Light's fault here. You gotta play someone like you don't give credit to other players for playing well.
It's kind of being Obi-Wan, you know? It's like
Nah, he definitely juked.
these aren't the heroes you're looking for. Back into the start, made all the heals in the world to keep him running. Seeing the thick of things, they're aiming for the TV and they just ravage and slay it. Now moving on the Night Stalker, Saberlight caught and slowed, the Arctic Bird doing a hell of a lot for Mickey.
I thought they were going to give Muse to Terrorblade. I mean, Tiny at this moment. Yeah, he did buy back. I still did Tiny, but I would still give it to Terrorblade. A little worried. 100 seconds. Still no Mega Creeps, so they can push out the waves. They're not the best at pushing out the waves. They do have Aghanim Scepter on the Tidehunter plus the Anchor Smash.
Yeah.
Fire with the Splitter Blast. That's okay-ish. It's nothing good. Spectacular.
Well, I would like a Deso, it looks like. Mickey is absolutely comes to the realization that they have very little tower damage. Zai, frontlining. They're going to try and move into them here with Ryle and Dubu. Nightmare for the Bane is to play company on this spot. But with Boxy on his tail, the Bane is not into this world. Dead for a minute with Limac available while you see moving out and shoving out bottom lane. Absolutely where he needs to be.
And also Brown did kill a creep that...
Oh, congratulations.
He killed one creep.
Korea now as well. Etherland's in the drain. Royal, he's being found by Nico though. Has to BKB. Might have to try and TP, but there's that curse, right? They've got the cancel on TP if need be, and now Boxy's arrival with the solid guy from Insania. They can kill him once, and if they can do that, they can kill him twice.
He looks very dead.
This is going to be him dead for like 100 seconds plus, 125. So you just had the TV dead for 2 minutes. He's about to respawn, and now Tiny's gone for 2 minutes.
So there's like 4 minutes of Liquid doing whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Much.
It might be time to go just bull rush towards the TSM base. So the line is now drawn by Dubu. Bunker down, hold high ground. Don't leave these protective tier 3, tier 4 towers.
Still a very long time, 100 seconds. Got a deep back base, replenishes mana, and also he doesn't have a mind breaker, so he jumps someone, silence into Abyssal Blade, into another bash. It's a lot of control, especially for the backlines.
TSM still doing a very good job being pinged out now by Liquid, but Saberlight. We're still stuck down there. They'll have Anna able to clear out the waves and then jump back in.
Oh, into the bash.
Going straight for the bash from Saberlight. Boxy's arrived as well, so another hero dead, but thank thankfully for TSM, he does have the buyback ready.
Gotta hype it up. It's not an instant bash, it's just an Abyssal Blade, but it sounds good when it's a first hit bash. There's no way he gets out there, not with the attacks. Even if Abyssal is not ready, like you're gonna land 7-8 hits in that time.
Get one eventually. That kill does mean slows down, delays the push towards high ground from Liquid. But TSM are hemmed back.
I mean, they do have Spectre with the Night Vision, also Moonshard on top of that, and also Vibrant, so they can see Night Stalker approaching, especially if they like pop the ulti on Spectre, so they will know where everyone is, and that's a good way to start a fight.
I'm still wondering if TSM actually want to move out of their base at all. They are just waiting for, at the very least, Tiny to respawn. They sat back here for a good minute by their own tier 3s, and this, like you said, Liquid, given the opportunity to do whatever the hell they want for a good 4 or 5 minutes now, allowing their ultis to come back off cooldown, allowing the Spectre to try and catch up to the Terrorblade in terms of network.
Zai does have full refresher, he also does have enough mana. Like even potentially double Force Staff might save him. Does have a flicker on top of that, so doesn't need to care too much about the Night Stalker initiation anymore.
He's got a lot of items, right?
He does.
Boots and hoods in the backpack. And his inventory completely full. And you see what Anna's got queued up by the other cost.
It is time. It is time. It's a Divine Rapier territory.
He's got it queued. Just needs to save that money up towards that beautiful investment. Weapon mass destruction there, Spectre.
Timado also realizing where the threat is coming from. We're talking about Ivern ulti and also being able to lock him down with the Abyssal Blade, so he changes that build a little bit, putting out Manta style and also buying a full Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah. Of course, we talk about that Rapier on Anna. He did finish a BKB as well, which got delivered at the same time as him queuing up Rapier. So I'm going to blink back to his squad. Misses out on the smoke, sadly. Just going to be Mickey and Boxy. Radiant Scan does tag onto TSM. Again, always very good at holding on to his high ground vision. One of the best at getting wards down and telling his team to play into that vision.
Absolutely. And Moonman, also big item. This is Blade.
Oh, look, yeah.
There's a cheat. Someone is lactose intolerant. Pretty much everyone from Team Liquid are not picking it up.
Yeah, need some of that lactase. Boxy, just jumping out. Scouts him. And realises that's not where he wants to be. Marci gonna go in with the help of Mickey, just straight up cursing the Night Stalker. Extending that BKB duration, now blinking back in towards the side. He starts to start, he's about to die. Oh, he's healed though, Timado. He's gonna refresh, he BKB again, but the Rabbit is real on. He's got 2 of them, he's holding, waiting for his time to shine, but he doesn't before the second one can go out. Terrorblade still so incredibly tanky, just standing there and wailing away at the stadium. Another toss back, while sends Spectre in the middle. Timado with a triple kill, clears them up. The Rampage is coming, he's not going to find it though. It's stolen by Doom as TSM holding their jungle.
He got the cheese as well. Sable like taking all the damage in that fight, getting E-bladed by Moonmeander. Save, he comes back into the fight, so that means that they wasted pretty much everything. Well, Terrorblade sitting on the high ground, doing whatever the hell he wants, and they're also fighting underneath the vision. This whole time, TSM FTX, they did have ward on the high ground. This is going to be Mega Creep, buybacks are coming in.
Yeah, but there's no buyback on the Tidehunter, right? He's 400 gold away from it, so that second Rabbit unused. A really sad state there for Liquid as they get on top of Anna. Spectre tossed in, losing a lot of HP. The Golden Brace is good, but Saberlight, the reinitiation out of this Night Stalker, perfect for diving the back lines, and Anna just pummeled into the ground, dead for 2 minutes. And TSM looking like they're going to play game 1 here.
Still not gonna die.
The E-Blade now from Moonmeander, but dragged back in. TSM not going to let the man die. Diving back in towards Mickey. 2 cores gone for over 2 minutes, and game 1 in this best of 2 going the way of TSM FTX.
I mean, Gary, this is the first game of the tournament, and if we're gonna have games like this, I'm pretty hyped on it.
Saberlight so pumped. It was a spectacular game, right? That Night Stalker.